What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the next episode of Hitman Contracts. It's time to do the Bjarkhov bomb. A mission that I used to absolutely hate, and I'll admit it's not my favorite mission in the game, but I've finally perfected the art of this mission's major crippling annoyance. But I'll get to that when I get to that. So this strategy, honestly, is pretty much the same as how I used to do it. There's one major difference, and that's the soldier in the underground tunnel. We are going to sedate him with the syringe because fiber wiring him and getting an enemy killed is not an option anymore because of all zeros. So we're gonna go to the front of the plane, which I still think it's funny how the nose of the plane can literally fold up, revealing a cargo ramp at the front in addition to the back. But anyways, we'll run to the control tower, use the hatch to get underground, and then here in this little room, I guess, is the soldier. Just stand up and sedate him. What you should get is that quick animation. On occasion, you might get this long, drawn-out animation. If that happens, you're going to have to restart the mission. There's some kind of bug where once that guy wakes up, it will cause the soldiers to telepathically know where you are and come to kill you. But the quick animation is what you want. So now that we're imposing as a soldier, we're going to run to the mess hall, where our first target, Fabian Fuchs, is located. It's right here, the building with the flag outside of it. And we'll use the side door. It takes us straight into the kitchen, which is where we need to go. We need to pick up these laxatives, and then we'll use them to poison the soup on the stove. And then the laxatives are obviously going to have the same kind of effect as emetic poison in the World of Assassination trilogy. And I guarantee you, this right here was the direct inspiration for the implementation of emetic poison in the newer Hitman games. But dumping the laxatives in the soup is instantly going to trigger Fabian to crave soup, and he'll ask for some. Once he gets sick, we're gonna have to sneak into the bathroom behind him and then fiber wire him before he sits on the toilet, because unfortunately, unlike the World of Assassination trilogy, the ability to drown NPCs in a toilet when they're near it didn't exist yet. So basically, just let Fabian consume his soup, and then we'll start sneaking behind him as soon as he walks by us, and then we'll eliminate him in the bathroom. And we're also going to be taking his clothes, but there's something we need to do first, and that's, there's a soldier who's scripted to stand outside the door waiting for Fabian to come out. And if we come out of the bathroom wearing his clothes, the soldier is going to escort us to the base. And we will be completely forced to very, very, very slowly follow his slow ass. And if we divert from his escorting and in any way, he will hunt us down and kill us, which is bad. So basically, after killing Fabian, what we need to do is step outside of the bathroom while still dressed as the soldier, so that triggers the other soldier to go away, and then we can just escort ourselves to the base and speed things up significantly. Alright, so make sure you fiber wire him before he reaches the toilet, and then just step out, make him go away, and just, as long as he doesn't follow you in here, you're fine. Take clothes. I forgot to mention that when I was still on the plane, I dropped the silver ballers, Go ahead and do that while you're at it. But honestly, if you forget to drop the silver ballers, it's not the end of the world. The frisk that we're going to endure, once we reach the cargo ship or whatever, if they find your guns, all they're going to do is take them away. They're not going to aggro because you have them, unlike most of the other frisk searches in the game. I don't know why they all can't be like this, but I digress. So escorting ourselves to the base, we're going to go through the train tunnel. No point in taking the slow train. And then, as soon as we make it, we'll hang a left and head towards the ship where our second target, Commander Bjarkhov, is located. We're going to be able to directly meet him face to face while wearing this disguise. And then we'll be silently eliminating him in his own office. So just go slow here, since you'll have to listen to this dialogue. And then,
Thanks, soldier.
Second door on the right.
basically just follow the directions. Go through the second door on the right, up the stairs. You'll have to be frisked. And like I said, this is your last chance to drop the guns, but you do not have to, so don't even sweat it. And
Standard
then,
procedure, sir.
just gotta go
Stand
through
still.
this.
I understand.
And then the first door on the right, in fact, I think it's the only door that you can use up here beyond this point. This is the commander's office, or the captain's quarters if you prefer. So, go ahead and just let the scenario play out. The commander's going to start walking to that table off to the right where all the vodka bottles are. That's our opportune moment
So
to
good to
sneak
meet you,
behind him and
Fabian.
firewire
I
him.
prefer doing business face to face. We shall have some vodka.
None for me, thanks.
No?
And then what we're going to do,
Very
there's
well,
a
Fabian.
master key on his
Very
desk
well.
that's going to unlock the other door in this room that will take us to a little corridor that lets us go back downstairs while bypassing the soldiers right outside. You don't have to do this. I just do it because it's just a nice little escape route with no soldiers along the way. You'll notice any minute now that you'll get a notification that your cover is blown and that the guards are now looking for a suspicious soldier, but that's irrelevant because we're not dressed as a soldier anymore. It just means that the soldier that we sedated in that tunnel at the airport woke up. But we're fine. We're totally fine. So this is the hard part of the level, but if you do it the way I do it, it should consistently work every time. And this was my problem with this level for years. I could never really figure out the art of destroying this submarine and preventing bodies from being found, but after all this time, I finally got it. But first things first, we want to go to the warehouse to get one of the hazmat suits so that we can not only be granted access to the submarine, but we won't get poisoned by nuclear radiation. Because we need to go on board to pick up 3 remote explosives, or bombs, I guess, is what the game calls them. So let's head on over, get on the dock, we'll get in the submarine and get our bombs. And back here are the bombs. 1, 2, 3. And now we're gonna have to walk on the ice, just above the water, so that we can plant them in 3 specific spots. on a lower difficulty, if you talk to the agency contact, which is the cook in the mess hall, then the map will be updated pinpointing these weak points on the hull. But on professional, you just gotta figure it out for yourself. Just watch where I'm placing them, and then you'll know where to place them. Alright, now the tricky part is the detonation. So, yeah, we got the bomb remote out and ready to use. We're gonna have to backtrack, and we're literally gonna stand in front of the dock, but obviously we're not gonna be on it, because we don't want to die from this explosion. Here's the trick to doing this. You need to time your detonation with... There are 4 soldiers that we need to kill from the blast, because they inevitably... 3 of them will inevitably get killed, but the fourth guy could survive. You need to time the detonation so that he dies too. And no, these kills will not count against you. Not a single one is going to count as an enemy killed on the stats. I guess because they're unavoidable. So when that guy walking on the dock is lined up with that soldier to the right, the guy above our head, detonate, skip the cutscene. I can't stress that enough. Skip the cutscene. And then we can immediately, as soon as the soldiers drop dead, run onto the dock and hide where I am. Most of the soldiers outside the barracks are going to run over here, but they're scripted to do that. As long as they don't detect you, they'll just run over here. They will not see any bodies, and they'll just walk away. Go ahead and drag that guy a little closer to the railing, just to guarantee that he won't get found at all. And we're going to dress up as one of these guys to completely backtrack to the plane where we started. Alternatively, you could get Fabian's clothes back at the warehouse. It doesn't matter. Either way works. And no, we're not going to get shot at because we're dressed up as a soldier. Because technically this is a different disguise. It's an officer. The difference is that the officers have berets instead of the old school Soviet hats. Here's the trick to the submarine detonation, and the reason why it's possible to not have those bodies found, and why those scripted soldiers that run over there don't see them. The railing on the dock, while you, the player, can obviously see through it, and anyone in the real world could see through it, in the game, the NPCs can't see through it. It's basically a solid object in their eyes. That's why the timing has to be so precise, so that you can ensure that those 3 that are visible are close to the railing so they don't get found. The 4th guy at the back of the dock doesn't matter. He's guaranteed to never be found. And we had to skip the cutscene of the submarine blowing up because if we didn't, the scripted soldiers would be running over, we would be incapable of moving, and we would be helpless as they aggro on us. That's the trick. Anyways, just escape on the plane and we're good to go. This is arguably one of the harder levels to get all zeros on, for the sole purpose that that submarine detonation is a pain. But if you do it right, that's how you do it. Silent Assassin, all zeros. See ya!